helps.
Let me think of another question.
What's the worst form of unpaid labor you've had to do in your life?
You already know that answer.
Yeah, because I was
Church
with
trip.
you. Church trip.
Where'd you guys go?
That
We
day
went
I
to-
shied away from God.
Yeah,
Oh my god. What did you do?
that was probably the biggest factor of like me like straying away from my faith. Because we went to we went to this like church camp, right? It was like it's a church camp that they like it's signed
for
up
special
like
for
needs.
special needs kids.
Oh, like I'm gonna.
Yeah, you know where it's.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
at.
yeah.
yeah.
Uh,
Psst, you wanted to go for it?
yeah, we got there, and
tell me this.
we did our thing. Praise the Lord. Went to bed in these terrible cabins.
What did you do though?
And the next morning we woke up. They put us to work. We were raking leaves for hours, just raking leaves. And then when like an hour goes by, we put them all in a trash bag and we get in this trailer and they take us all over to this other place and we dump the leaves. We come back and rake more leaves. But if you were lucky, you'd get put on dish duty. And so me and my buddy would just like, we'd be raking leaves and we're just, hey, Jimmy, we're gonna go out and we're gonna do dishes. He's like, okay. Me and him would just sit in there and do dishes for like 2 hours, because that was the best part of the entire trip.
Is
was
it like
doing dishes.
like camp was like active or was it like
No, it was
off-season?
like
it was off season?
it was off season. We were doing it before they came in there. So it was like, oh, we have so many leaves, we don't have enough people to clean it up. And if I remember right, we had to pay to go there.
Yeah, it was $50.
We had to pay $50 to go on this trip. We're like, we're gonna take you
$100
this.
for the bump
We're gonna
bus.
take you this camp. It's like this big camp. Like we're gonna have so much fun stuff to do. And they're like, oh, that's
Did
crazy.
you get to like do the water slides and stuff?
No,
There was no water.
we got there. We got there at
What time of
night.
year was it?
We got there at night.
It was about fall.
Yeah, we got there at night. We ate dinner. Like we played like table games, like Mafia or something like that. Like not fun, not very
Yeah,
fun.
Mafia's all right.
Mafia's fun, right? But like not that big scale. Go to sleep. Wake up. Leaves for the
Early.
next I'd say 5.5 hours. Is that accurate?
Probably.
5.5 to 6 hours of just raking leaves,
Nice.
which doesn't sound that bad. But remember,
No, it's
we're
just a
not getting paid, and
repetitive
we were also gaslit into thinking we were gonna have fun.
Yeah, I bet the expectation of like the fun stuff probably made it a lot worse than it was. Because you had to pay to be there.
Yeah, if you think kids are going on church trips to do unpaid labor and learn about the Lord, you are dead wrong. We are there to have fun.
Yeah.
We used to go to St. Louis all the time, and we just go out there to buy hacky sacks.
Yeah, we just get a bunch of drip.
Get hacky sacks, get T-shirts, eat pretzels. Eat
I,
at
uh,
White Castle.
I've been a part of like a lot of experiences like that. I was in Boy Scouts. I'm an Eagle Scout though.
Oh, congrats.
I get money from the state schools.
Don't you get like really good scholarships too?
Mm-hmm.
You want to tie us a knot, big guy?
I tie you a knot. You got a string?
Nope.
You got a rope?
You got to figure it out.
You got a
Scout.
cord? I can tie you a nice knot that'll save your life.
I just burped heavily into the mic.
That's okay.
That'll save your life. Well, this Wednesday, it was my little brother's Eagle Scout project, and I painted a bridge for 7 hours. I painted over graffiti for 7 hours. We thought it was going to be a
At a
2-hour
bridge?
job. Yeah.
I thought the whole point of bridges is so people could do graffiti. I thought it's legal there.
We beiged it over. It was a long bridge, too. I bet it was a 1/4-mile bridge. We went down and back. That was a long day. I was so tired.
Jeez.
I've done that. So, like, there's a lot of, like, secret stuff that goes on in, like, the little sub-organizations of scouting called, like, Order of the Arrow and Mikase.
So you're telling me it's a cult?
I'm not going to say it.
All right.
But, and, like, you're not allowed to talk about anything. But there's, like, a lot of... I'm telling you, a big part of it is work days where you just work all day and you can't talk. Like, you can't communicate with anyone, and they're like, go lift that rock out of the water and bring it over here. And you just do it.
Sounds like a fraternity.
Like, a lot of them, you can't talk. They make you fast. Like, you can't eat all day, and you're just working all day. So, like, I've been there. Like, it sucks. I've done it multiple times.
That does sound like a cult.
One time, you can only use Native American Sign Language. I swear to God. It's a weird vibe. But I made it. I'm out.
I remember one time I went on a trip, and the entire like point of the trip was to be a man. So they took us to this Chuck E. Cheese type joint, and we stayed there for like 4 hours, just did Chuck E. Cheese stuff, and then they took us like out to this big land, like tons of acres, and they were like, all right, we're going on a hike, but nobody can have a light, so we're all just walking
for you.
through the woods, pitch black. Wow, that's pretty.
There you go.
He just made another knot.
Good job.
You can make more.
just walking through the woods for like an hour, pitch black, just yelling. Like every once in a while there'd be a little kid that puts her light on. Turn your light off! Like freaking out. I'm like, man, what's the point of this?
Nah, it's all just to scare you into submission a little bit.
Yeah, that I strayed away from God that day again.
Was that a church trip?
Yeah,
that was a church trip.
That was a church trip.
God.
What do they call it? Was that man camp?
Man up.
Man up.
Oh my God.
Man up.
Man up.
Like, I went to a local big church one time. It's, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it, but the local river,
You can say that because that's everywhere.
the James River.
Yeah, that's everywhere.
Well, I went to their camp one time, and they like split the guys up and the girls up one day. They like that camp is like so manipulative because they wake you up at like 5 a.m. You don't go to bed till 1 a.m. and you're just doing stuff all day. And then on the last day, there's like a 5-hour church service where everybody cries and meets God. And like you're just so overtired that
bring
like
him
you
in?
don't know what's going on.
He came.
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for God. They wheel him out in a cart. It's in a bucket. They open it
like-
up. It's just light.
They convince you that like you guys know what like speaking in tongues is. Or
Yes.
no?
Yeah.
They convince you that if you don't do that, then you're not going to heaven and like all this stuff and like. It's bizarre. I knew something was funky when I was there.
Something smelled funky.
And so, like, on the second to last day, they split up all the guys and girls for, like, 5 hours, and they tell all the guys, like, statistically, 9 out of 10 of you guys are watching porn right now.
All the guys looking at each other like, oh, nine out of 10 of us, wow.
They make you do a push-up contest, and then they talk about porn, and they, like, make you, like, watch a little video that says, like, real men, like, don't vape and stuff like that. And then all
Breathe air.
the girl talk is always, like, make sure you're wearing jeans like past your knees so that way you don't tempt a man. Like that's the whole talk. And then you go back to playing paintball. So
That's what church trips have always been to me is, oh, we start out with big fun and then it's walking through the woods and just I fell in a freaking river, man. I was soaked. We were there till like 7 or 8 in the morning. And my socks were completely soaked, my legs were completely soaked, shorts. And then at the end of it, we went back to the church and played airsoft.
Wasn't it like
It's such a weird vibe.
Like sub 30 degrees that night when you're doing that?
I don't know about that cold, but yeah, it was cold to where the water was making me shiver.
Shit around the woods. Turn into a man though.
that's true.
Did it?
You had the equivalent of a bar mitzvah.
Pretty much.